What's up, 3D printing enthusiasts? Welcome back. We've been talking about turning PET plastic bottles like this and this into usable filament like this or this, so that we can make some really cool stuff like this, or like this Galileo escapement clock, or like this magnificent marble machine. In my last video, I was talking about preparing and coloring the bottles using the Sharpie markers and also the dye method. So we have some bottles prepared for this next step. In this video, I'm going to be discussing cutting our bottles into ribbons. And this is a real important step because it will determine the quality of the filament that we make. As in my other videos, I'm going to preface this by saying that I'm going to be showing you the method that I use. That's not to say that this is the only way to do it. There's several ways. I'm just showing you what I know and what I've been successful with. Now here are some examples of ribbon cutters, bottle cutters that I found on the internet. Some are made with the sharpened bearings. Some are made by using the sharp blade from a utility or box knife. They come in a lot of different styles. Some of these you can make or print by yourself. Others you can buy commercially, for instance on Amazon or Etsy. The first step of this journey is to understand that when we take our ribbon, we're running it through a hot end in a specially prepared nozzle like from a 3D printer, and taking that flat ribbon and rolling it over to make a filament. Let me show you what that looks like. So you can see here on the screen, this is the hot end and nozzle from my Pultruder, and generally they work this way. This is essentially the heat block from a 3D printer. And then I have a nozzle on it, a steel nozzle in this case, that's been drilled out to just slightly under 1.75 millimeters. If you look at this, you can see that there's a cone that's running into the heat block, and that's what's going to help take that flat ribbon and roll it as it goes into the heat block and out the nozzle, so it becomes sort of a straw. So over here I've made a little diagram of what that filament should look like in cross section. You can see that we've just taken that ribbon and rolled it into a tube. So essentially on the inside of this, there will be a small hollow. So if the ribbon that you cut is too narrow, it won't make the complete circumference of the filament. You may have problems running that through your 3D printer because the extruder may not be able to push it. And if your ribbon is too wide, your Pultruder won't be able to pull it through that heat block and hot nozzle. There's going to be too much plastic there. It's just not going to pull through there. To help us measure and gauge how wide our ribbon should be, there's this cheat sheet. You may want to print screen this. Generally speaking, there's two ways that we're going to cut our bottles. There's a method that just uses the sharp blade from a box knife, that sort of thing. And then there's another type that uses two sharpened bearings that turn over each other, and it acts much like a scissors. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the cutter that I use, which uses the sharpened bearings, and I'll show you how I put that together and the fact that it's adjustable. When you're considering these cutters, make sure that it's adjustable. The thickness of your plastic is going to determine how you set the width of your resulting ribbon. Now here's a couple close-up images of some filament that I made. This one here was done correctly. You can see that it's solid all the way around, and you can almost see the tiny little hole or tube in the center of it. This one here was done incorrectly. The ribbon was too narrow, and you can see that on one side of it there's a flat spot. We may run into problems if I try to use that to print with. Before we put the bottle in the ribbon cutter, we need to start a cut on it. Now keep in mind that we need to have an end on here that we're going to be able to put through that hot block and through that small nozzle. So I always generally do this with the scissors and start a long cut, making a narrow tail. Before we cut our ribbon, we're going to need to measure how thick the plastic is so we know how wide our ribbon needs to be. For this, I'm going to use this digital calipers. When measuring, take a couple different measurements from around the bottle. This one seems to be 0.3, 0.3. On this larger bottle, 0.32, 0.36, a little thicker there, and 0.32. And I know from experience, because I use these a lot, that this is 0.3 and I need to now cut my ribbons at 8 millimeters wide. We can refer to the chart up here again. This is the bottle ribbon cutter that I've made. It's made from a block of aluminum. It has a weight here that will push down on the bottle to keep the bottle in the channel at the back. This uses 2 sharpened bearings. This edge is sharpened and the bottom edge is sharpened. And as the bottle goes through, it spins and acts like a scissors. Around the back here, I have a post with notches cut in it. And I'm able to adjust this, therefore changing the width of the ribbon that I make. I should mention too that this ribbon cutting process sometimes is also part of the Pultruder machine, that it's all done in one step. My personal preference is to do this manually so I can get a feel for how the ribbon is running through the machine to make sure that my ribbon is going to be consistently the width that I want it to be. I generally clamp my cutters to the workbench, and I'll show you how I start the bottle. Now that the bottle is started, I'm going to place the weight on top of the bottle and begin pulling this through the ribbon cutter. Here's my resulting ribbon. Let's make sure it's the right width now. Let's measure in a few places. We're at 7 millimeters there. Go down a ways. Seven millimeters there. But I know from experience this particular plastic and at this width, this is going to pultrude and make a nice solid filament. Here's another bottle I have ready. This one's been colored. Let's cut this one into a big ribbon. These large 1-gallon bottles will yield about 15 meters of completed filament. Smaller bottle, that one only gets me about 3 meters of filament. So that's what I know about cutting these plastic bottles into ribbons. If you learned something or liked the video, please give it a like. Comment. If you've got questions, leave me those questions. Go ahead and share this video. I'd love for you to share this video. I will be doing more videos about this pultruding process, and give me a follow. You'll be able to be notified when the next video comes out. Thanks a lot. Hope everyone enjoyed.